Hello and welcome back to Imperial Galactic Survival. My name is Spanj and you're joining me here on the Walls Epic Survival server, and Static is with me as well.
What's up, guys?
He's pissed off at the moment because his game is misbehaving, but we're going to ignore him for the time being. First of all, I apologise for the frame rate. It sucks. I know that was supposed to be an awesome sort of intro video to the whole fleet and stuff, but our whole 10 frames a second. I left the frame counter in the top right corner so you can see it's not the video playback, it's the game. Okay, so don't worry, your computer's not having a fit. Mine is trying to actually render in Empyrion. The problem, as you probably know, is just that we've got so many blocks in the same place with all these ships. But I wanted to bring this to you because the Wolves server is going to be wiped, okay? And I wanted to show off everything that we had achieved, or the majority of what we had achieved on the Wolves server in this series. So me, Luce, and Static have been working to move all our ships into the same sort of place, so we could do a little showcase kind of thing with them. Now, I'm not going to go through the ones that I built because I've got other videos where you can see that. So things like the Reavers Wrath that you see at the back there. Did a whole series on that. The Naginata, the whole series on that. There is a couple of ships here I did build without, or rather off camera, but they're tiny, but they won't take very long. But what I'm going to start with is Lucy's ships, because Static is fighting with the game at the moment, so I don't know how long he's going to be. So we're going to work our way from top to bottom. So let's lag our way over here. I'm going to hit F6 just to turn the names on because I can't remember the names of everything. So first of all, we've got the Phantom Lord. You can pretty much tell off the bat what's a Lucy build, what's a Static build, and what's a Spanj build. Alright, the Spanj builds are the ones that look good, the rest don't. Alright, easy.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm joking. Lucy's builds are spectacular. And he has an eye for design that confuses the hell out of me, but it always somehow seems to just work aesthetically. I don't know. Some more than others, let's say. Phantom Lord is got a turret that's just floating in midair off the front, which is... I probably should have removed that. Bye, turret. Bye, other turret. Alright, those ugly high saws are gone. He's going to be so mad at me now.
I'm willing to bet that those were part of the design of the ship.
They were just floating there. I'm pretty sure he just slapped them on because he needed them.
He's a he's a wild one when it comes to design.
He is a bit wild with his designs. Anyway, the Phantom Lord is a little bit of a starter ship. It was one of the early ones that you brought in. It got us around a bit, and it's capable of fighting as well. I'm just going to do a quick whistle-stop tour because we've got quite a lot of ships to get through, so I'm just going to go inside and run around a bit, and hopefully he's got gravity on. Yes, he does. Right, I can turn off God mode and not clip through the doors, except I can't get... There we go. Alright, we're fine. The problem is, obviously, the frames are just going to suffer even more, so I'm going to try and take this relatively kind of smoothly, but you know, I'm limited by the hardware and the software in this fact. So the Phantom Lord's got really cool corridors throughout. I like the shaping of things, but the rooms are a bit random. There's the core, just in case you wanted to know. Can't really miss it. It's right there. Didn't mean to show it off, just kind of run into it. Oh, hello, there's the core. And then we're at the front bridge. Now we've got some dancing girls on top of the hollow projectors. She's in a bad mood at the moment, so she's kind of just stood still. But it's fine. There we go, at the front of the ship there. Nice and simple, front to back. We've got random cargo boxes everywhere, but you know, we did warn you. Lucy's kind of a wild one when it comes to builds. The warp tank is at the front of the ship. I didn't know that. Oh, this is funny. I'm lost already, by the way, if that wasn't obvious. More random stuff. I didn't even know where the warp core is on this build. We do have a bit of a running joke on the War server with Lucy builds. They're just mazes, basically. It's just, nothing makes any sense inside.
He asked me to move his ship from my base to his base once, and it was... I literally had to just put down a cockpit because I couldn't find
that was
his cockpit. I just built one and threw it down in like the first block I could see because I took 20 minutes falling and getting wounded and running out of stamina trying to find his cockpit, so I gave up.
Yeah, I'm pretty lost right now. I'm trying to work my way back to the landing pad thing. I'm just going to go out here because this goes outside. So that's the Phantom Lord. It's great. I think. Hello. I'm off into the middle of nowhere. I don't know why. Something's okay. Awesome. Empyrion just died. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Okay, so that was the Phantom Lord. I think Lucy does design the interiors to be confusing on purpose, to dissuade boarders. That's what he tells us, anyway. That's what he says.
Yes, I think it's just so that we don't take his ships.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's to stop us from actually just going in and taking his ship. So the next one I'm going to show you is Imperial Reliant FC. No idea what the FC stands for. Football club, maybe? I don't know. So the Imperial Reliant was kind of like the mainstay of the fleet for a little while. This was a kind of runaround. This was the ship that we would take if we needed to go and fight some stuff. And fight some other people and whatnot. And again, he's got floating turrets everywhere. It just drives me mad. That would drive me mad. I couldn't have a floating turret. It has to be connected to something. Anyway. I'm not here to criticize other people's building techniques.
Try as though you may.
Try as though I may. Imperial Reliant is actually a really interesting looking boat, I will admit. Again, it's a Lucy build, so it's going to be damn weird on the inside.
It's interesting by default.
Yeah. But you can see things like he's tried to hide his rocket launchers in amongst antenna blocks and stuff to protect them in some weird way. But yeah. It's the Imperial Reliant. Let's have a quick look inside. We've got a nice, decent hangar bay in here. Now, you didn't expect it to go back this far, did you? When you look at it from the outside, you're like, oh, it's not actually that big on the inside, and then it's like the TARDIS. Oh, hello. Yeah, so we got access to our bridge up here. We've got some more crew members. Bridge is actually quite set far back, so you originally think that this kind of thing at the front here is the bridge, but it ain't. It's kind of like just rooms. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to go through that much more because it's not textured inside really. So that's the Imperial Reliant. There are two variations of that I know of. That's just one of them. So next, well, next down we got the Naginata and then the Reavers Wrath. I'm not going to go into those because I've got separate episodes for those. So what I will do is go into the Tatsu Naginata. Now, what Lucy also likes to do is to take other people's builds, namely mine, and mutate them into his own specialness. So he's taken the Naginata here and he's made it his own. Very, very much his own. He's put some teeth on it, which is always good to see teeth on a ship. But yeah, do you know what? He's done some stuff with it that's just really cool looking. Like these gills here, I think look pretty damn sweet, actually. He's refitted the hangar bay, so actually the front of the ship is entirely tanky now. With stuff. He's got like a combat cockpit bridge thing in here. This is like the PvP hiding room. This is your panic room. You got everything you need, and you got your O2 and your med bays and stuff. Multiple oxygen tanks and whatnot to survive in.
That's for when they board, you just hide in there. And
that's it, good. Yeah. Except what he's done is he's put armored doors and not shutter doors there, so they can just shoot their way into that. But let's not tell him that. He can figure that out for himself. He's redid the hangar bay with side doors rather than the front. Man. Yeah, it's pretty savage. But again, I quite like the overlooking kind of control room type thing he's got over the hangar bay, and he's kept certain details in, like the holding clamps on the ceiling that I had in the original one are still there. Although they don't make much sense in that orientation, but let's not go into that. Here's we got a dude in armor. Look at that dude. He looks serious. But yeah, again, he's had PvP in mind in this one because he's got sentries everywhere on the inside. Again, I'm sorry for the frame rate. It's tanking.
Yeah, I just loaded in. Sorry, I'm flying out to you.
That won't be why. So, garden. This is pretty much as normal. Oh, these elevator shafts look normal, familiar. And then things just get different. So you might remember the constructor room. That's the same. That goes through to this elevator shaft that we went up a second ago. Now, normally you'd come through this door and you'd be greeted with generators and things like that, but it seems to have walled that off completely. And you have to go up these elevators here, and then we come into what used to be the warp room, but he's expanded it. Huge expansion. Generators on the ceiling. If we just click through this wall, and then we can see like what he's done in here. This is now like the main engineering room. And I look at this and I go, how the hell did you fit this in the Naginata? Because there wasn't actually that much room in the back of the Naginata when you get to this point, but that's because if we just click back outside again, he's made it bigger.
He also ends up adding like layers and layers of armor.
This entire midsection here, from the forward thrusters there to this sort of grey armor detailing in these turrets here, this is just like inserted. Like, I want to know how he did that. How did he just take the back of the ship and just move it, like, back? It's not like there are sliders in the game where you can just go, just make it a bit longer. How did he do that?
I'm just spitballing. I don't know if he did this, but I guess he could, like, cut the whole thing and, like, move it back and paste it so it's, like, not even connected and then add to it.
That's probably what he did. He used the new creative uses of the cut and paste tools. But yeah, he's also done these things on the outside. The wings that I had there, he's added some more thruster housing and kind of I mean, I like it. I like the look of like the detailing he's done on the individual parts. These like thrusters that just poke out the back here, these kind of thin, spiky things on the side, they look just awesome. It's so different, it's just weird, but it kind of works. So there you go, that's the Tatsu Naginata. He's kept the rear kind of roughly the same. Because, you know, you can't mess with that sexy ass too much. The back end of the Naginata was a masterpiece. I mean, look at this shit.
It's one of the focal and unique points of the ship, you know.
There you go. So you get the best view of it when it's running away. Anyway. So the next one is, I think, over here. We've got the Fade to Black M2. And again, another Lucy build. Although, Static, you're here now, aren't you?
I am, yes.
So we'll do the Man of War next. I'll quickly just run around. Is this the Imperial Broadside? It's not. He's renamed it to Fade to Black. I thought it was the Imperial Broadside.
I don't know. Oh, it might be because this whole side has like laser and plasma turrets, and the other side has artillery.
So this is AKA.
I think he said this was like his main ship, so it might not be the broadside, but
AKA the Imperial Broadside, but Fade to Black. But yeah. So the whole design premise of this one is that you could just park this thing between two targets, or just alongside one even, and the entire sort of side of the ship would just open up a broadside. So frontally there wasn't a massive amount of firepower. But we did actually see this thing in action a little bit on the episode where we were taking down the Wolves space station, which pretty much ended their career on this server. They never recovered from that. So, I'm hesitant to go inside just because I know I'd just get lost. Again, it's it's a good looking ship, and I think it is like it's part Imperial Reliant, and then he's added stuff to it, hasn't he? Because he's got the same hangar bay. This is an identical hangar bay to the Imperial Reliant, so I think it is basically that ship just with some bits added on. But yeah, let's have a look at the Man of War down here. Now you can tell it's static build because it's yellow and black rather than red and black because, you know, he's a trendsetter rather than a follower or some shit like that.
Trailblazer, some might say. But,
right,
you know.
okay, yeah. So this is Man of War.
So,
it's kind of like a basking shot.
This is actually Dreamweaver helped me with like any of the piping you see, or like if you come to the side here and you see this like side detailing, he like basically added all the detail.
Oh yeah, I see how like from one angle it looks one color and then from another.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
I did all the texturing. He gave me that idea for that texture right there, but I did all the other texturing, but he built it, and I mean it looks like if I could show you what it looked like before I gave it to him, it's so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to take advantage of the new build rules, so pretty much everything is internalized in the ship. The engines, generators, they're all in one central compartment.
This is the one with the turtleback army, isn't
yes, it? Yes. So you've got your outer armor, and then I don't know where you are. Yeah, there you are. As you go in, there'll be like some decks, and then there's like a whole nother like set of like 3 blocks of armor, and then a gap again.
Yeah. So
and then
turtleback armor,
set of like 2 blocks, and then there's all the internal components are in like one area, so you have to shoot through quite a bit to get to it.
Yeah.
So the guns on this thing will probably be taken out long before you take out
any
internals. But it has like 60-something guns, so I think it's a size class 32. So it's got 64.
Massive hangar bay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a hangar bay at the front, which this sits up off the ground a little bit, and then in the back, I have a HV bay.
You got this overhang sort of control room thing with Barbara looking over again.
Oh yeah.
Hey Barbara.
She's
oh, sorry.
She's an important lady.
Caught her on the wrong day. She's got her hand on her hips now. She's looking upset. Oh, I went past the door. Oh, okay. There you are. Hey.
What's up?
Lead the way.
It's just the door to the little observation.
Oh, Barbara, we don't want to go in there. She's pissed off.
Nah, yeah. Having a rough time right now. She just found out she's about to get deleted from history, so you know.
Well, yeah, that's pretty rough. Oh yeah, so
yeah, you got your medical room.
Yeah.
You know, classic features. If you come the other way towards the bridge, this is one of my favorite aspects of the ship. Aside from in there, you got captain's quarters, which you always need.
I do apologise for these frames, guys. Honestly, it's down to 9.
Yeah, I'm hitting 9 too. Through here, you got the bridge, which Dream is heavily responsible for the look of this bridge.
Oh, you went with red in the end, did you?
On the inside, yeah. I mean, yellow didn't look good in here, as much as I wish it did. But then we come through here. I guess we did have to go to the bottom, but. And the other side is pretty much a carbon copy of this side, so you're not missing anything by going this way. Got your,
armor lockers and cryo chambers.
This is the security lockdown room.
At ease, gents. Yeah,
you come this way.
Sentries here.
I really don't mind showing you this because I feel like if you get here, you deserve it. So this is where everything is, all the internal components.
Oh damn, yeah. This is like the holy grail of the ship, isn't it?
Yeah, and like but even all like, the fuel tanks are redundant, like they're all armored around each other, a lot of the RCSs.
Yeah, spaced out, aren't they? the gubbins and constructors around here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
With plenty of cargo boxes in between.
Just a few constructors.
Just a few.
Yeah. Look at that ass.
Come down here.
Ooh.
And you have. This is the HV mission prep room. It's got like a little room on each side with like an O2 station and a repair bay and all that stuff. And this leads to the actual HV bay.
Oh damn! You don't want to jump off there in a hurry, do you?
No, you would not. And I've sized it out. You can perfectly fit a Crusader tank in each one of these spots.
Nice. So the other one you've got down here is, or what's the name of this one? The Valiant, was it?
Yeah, which I never got to use. That's based on another design off the workshop that I've heavily added to. And
okay. Do you know who was the original designer?
Offhand, no.
God damn it.
I think I can. Hold on.
Get me in trouble.
I can look it up. I think I still have it saved on my blueprint list.
Because this is a good looking little boat. I like the shape. It's very nice.
Well, I don't have the name of the person who did it. But I have the original name of it, which is the Glaive.
Glaive, Glaive.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Look it up. Cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty small on the inside. It's just a missile frigate designed to escort other ships.
This would make a pretty good starter ship, though, wouldn't it? Or it did, I suppose. Because it was it one of your first you had?
Yeah, it was I think it was the first or the second one that I built. I think it was the second, because it's actually not that expensive.
Yeah.
Even with everything I have on it, it's like...
It's very bright.
Oh, yeah.
It's very bright. Oh, it's very blue. That's a lot of blue.
What are you in the cockpit?
I don't know, yeah, the cockpit. It's a very blue, fluffy cockpit. Who decorated
There's like
this?
3 cockpits. There's like a battle bridge down here, and battle bridge is all red.
Right.
So, but yeah, there's not much to this ship.
Oh, hello. I've gone through too far. Oh yeah, hello. This is the battle bridge, yeah?
Yep.
Nice. And is it all combat still, or is it hardened or regular?
It's all combat, even in here.
Nice. So it could still take a little bit of a beating, even its pokey little size.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do like the shape of it. It's very cool looking. So Lucy's got the Wyvern Pup here as well. But before I do that one, let me have a look at the Reavers Revenge. So you know how I was saying, like, he likes to take other people's builds, namely mine, and then sort of mutate them in his own little flair and style. Hi, Luce, by the way.
Hello.
Welcome back. We've been saying nothing but nice things about your builds.
Of course, we haven't been talking trash at all.
Right.
So the Reavers Revenge here, no points for guessing what that's based on. This is actually a CV, and it looks exactly like the SV, almost exactly, in terms of the scaling of the whole thing is just almost bang on.
I tried really hard to do it block by block, but I couldn't. I had to change some stuff.
Yeah. So obviously there's limitations when you're converting an SV shape into a CV shape. Like, certain things just wouldn't make sense. Like, you know, the back door on the SV would fill this entire rear space, whereas on a CV it's the same size basically. So it's going to be a lot smaller by scale. And also you had a bit of trouble with the bridge, didn't you, in getting that shape down?
Yeah.
Although I did say I was going to take a look at that for you and never did, because I'm a lying scumbag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But that is really cool. That is so cool. I was actually quite flattered when I saw this.
It was my tribute to a great SV.
Appreciated. Massively appreciated. So the last one, well, penultimate one. I'll show you the thug up there as well, just quickly. But this is the Wyvern Pup, which looks hilarious. It's amazing.
You should see what it started as.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually can if they go back to with that episode where we went mining in the asteroid field.
Yeah, that was it. That was that ship.
Where we got Tess to shut off his computer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was hilarious. So yeah, you might remember because in that episode I was complaining about the gap. And it looks like you fixed the gap, Luce, between the hangar doors and the ramps.
Well, that was only for beginning, so you could shoot down at stuff safely.
Yeah.
Because, as you know, the starters on this server are
Evil.
Nightmares. So
molten
yeah,
evil. Yeah.
Later on, that was no longer useful, so I got rid of it.
Fair enough. But in traditional Lucy style, the inside is just confusing. And good luck with that. And you do it because it's board. You're afraid of boarders, aren't you? You want to discourage boarding. So everything inside is just a little bit crazy. But there's method to the madness, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
There you go.
I always love. There's like always a certain like amount of flair, and, like
Yes.
just the edging, like how he does, you know, like the engines on the Tatsu Naginata on the side. I don't know. They just have this like spiky, like
They do.
cool
I
look.
love it. I love it. Looks awesome. Looks like an angry devil dog. So the last one I want to show you quickly before we head down to the moon and have a look at Static's amazing base is this little beast here. I've got 3 of these. One's called the Grunt, Brute, and something else. Thug, that was it.
Thug.
Yeah, thank you. I sort of just threw this together as a throwaway ship. It took me about, I don't know, 2-3 hours maybe. It's nothing special at all. Like I said, it was just intended to go into fight other factions, and if we lost it, we lost it. They're not very expensive. They're not particularly well built, but you know, they got everything that you need. They got a decent amount of armor. So thrusters on the internals. So in theory it would take a beating. Unfortunately it never really saw action, which is kind of a shame because, you know, we built these things to almost encourage the other factions to fight a bit more because, well, they'd actually have a chance against these, whereas they wouldn't have a chance against anything else. So so the progenitor.
It's been in every fight that we've had.
Yeah, the progenitor is like the tank of the fleet. She just takes the beating so the rest of us don't have to.
It's hilarious if you go into God mode and just like step into the armor. You just see how far away everything is from the outside.
From the front, yeah, so the front is incredibly tanky. Let's go clip into this, and you've just got this huge gap here.
Well, there was a gravity generator there. I must have lost it. Forgot to replace it.
But yeah, there's a fair old amount of armor here before you start getting to any kind of thrusters or fuel tanks. This is the best way to tour a ship. Is just clip through the armor. Great. So the lounge is the one with all the funky lights, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is Static's Disco Lounge.
Just need some beats in here.
Yeah.
Some bumping music and you're good.
This is where the pirates chill out after a hard day pillaging and looting. It's excellent.
I kept the black and red on the progenitor.
Yeah,
Just
you
seemed
did.
right.
Uniform, part of the fleet. So yeah, but you got an epic hangar bay in this one as well, which you might have seen if you've seen the video of us taking down the Nomad space station, which was the end of the Nomads. Yeah, I went into this to pick up the Reavers Fate, and then promptly lost the Reavers Fate to a lucky shot on the cockpit, and the CX-23 actually saved the day.
Yeah, this is the CX-23 actually that I took.
The very one.
I had to repair it.
Yeah, You missed a few blocks, but yeah.
I missed quite a few blocks. I think I'm missing a rocket launcher somewhere, and
Yeah. The back's looking a bit tired. Bit worn.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the progenitor. CA365?
Yep.
Random number or any relevance?
Yeah, there's actually 36 is my number and 5 is my brother's. So yeah,
Oh, nice.
that's why.
It's pretty sweet. I just choose random numbers, and that's kind of lame.
Well, if you notice, like,
whatever.
that
Yeah.
one of the ships down there is the M36.
Yep.
That's my heavy fighter,
Nice.
which actually doesn't fit in here. I had to take off the wings to fly it in, and then I put them back on.
So it fits. It's fine. It's just a squeeze.
Up top, you got the bridge, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool, I think.
Just been through that one, so that's it. But yeah, I don't know if you saw the Chilling and Building series I did on the Naginata made short work of the progenitor, so yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
we didn't
It was a
handicap the progenitor at all there.
It was a completely fair fight. There wasn't any customization of turret priorities or ammunition loadouts.
Yeah, obviously.
There was certainly no DI destroy commands involved either. Anyway. The progenitor
It wasn't
was
like, hey, hold still while I shoot out all your engines.
Yeah, I gotta shoot out all
None
your
of that.
engines. Just don't move. That didn't happen. Oh, it's all good. But yeah, the progenitor has been an absolute hero of the fleet, really, because, like I said, it's been involved in every battle and it's come out on top every time. So, solid tank. Good job. Right. Let's get down to the moon. Okay, so this is Static's Megafortress Super Awesome Base. That's what you called it, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's obviously what it's called.
That's what it's called, yeah. There's actually two parts to this base. You got this little landing pad thing over here, which is a converted BA patrol vessel thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the first thing I captured when I came here.
Yeah. So we capped that, surrounded it in turrets, and we used that as a landing pad, which is great. And then Static went to work doing a lot of digging. Because this actual landing pad here that we've got a variant of the Thug parked on. It's called the Reaper, isn't it?
Yeah, I changed it to all plasma
All plasma, nice. Oh, dig some holes.
because I had like 2 cargo boxes full of plasma and nobody was using it, so that was the motivation behind that.
There we go. But yeah, this landing pad actually came quite a bit later than the main base, didn't it?
Yeah. Once we started getting like Naginatas and stuff, we needed someplace to park them that was
Yeah.
level ground. So
You can actually
Yeah,
go
'cause-
under here, and it's like the dwarven city of Moria. And deep buried within the deep recesses of the world, you got to battle your way past the Balrog, and then you get to this little garden thing, which is awesome.
oh yeah, I have this epic garden,
The epic garden.
which is I have. If you come in, I think like this one, yeah, I had like 80 cans of food
Nice.
and after
I'm actually quite hungry.
like harvesting it like twice or 3 times.
That's a bit of cake. It's all good. So yeah, this is like, feeding the faction. This has been great. A lot of corn and fiber here for ammunition as well.
Oh yeah, there's a separate dedicated corn and fiber room
Oh yeah, let's go and have a look at
in
that.
the ammo foundry.
Because you had no idea anything was under that landing pad. You'd just assume it was a landing pad, which is part of its defense, really, wouldn't you?
Right.
I think 90% of the time, any kind of would-be invaders would just ignore that and go straight for the big shiny on top of the hill. So
Plus the door to it's pretty hidden underneath these solar panels. So
yeah, exactly. I'm just going to quick flyby around the base just so you can see how many turrets are on this thing. Yeah, I've lost count already.
I think it's like big turret. It's like 80 something, 90 something.
Because you look at the ones on the surface, and then you realise that there are ones above that on the towers as well. and they just keep on going. Yeah,
And over here, this is a separate sentry base with its own turrets on this little wall here.
Like this bit here. What was the motivation for having that many turrets in a single screen?
Wait, where?
It's just like, was that to stop anyone coming through the green barrier from just? They come through the green barrier and they just be met by death.
Obviously.
Instant death. That would be.
I actually didn't realize I was building that close to the green barrier until I got over here with this tower.
Yeah. Oh, this the arty one, or the one past the art. Which way should we go in?
Let's go in the front door.
Okay. Oh, laggy.
At
least we got better frames here, guys. I'm at 45 frames now, which is excellent. I'm just going to turn GM off for this.
Yeah. So I have, to make it super annoying to siege, I have
sentries everywhere.
Sentries everywhere, shutter doors blocking every door.
Yeah, and remember, shutter doors you can't shoot through. You have to use explosives.
Exactly.
I went the long way around.
Yes, you did. I hope many others would.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the multi-purpose room when this was the whole base.
Yep. So this is what you do.
Regular constructor, and
yep.
I had this cargo box full of weapons for if we ever got routed and had to fall back here.
Yep.
Had your special minigun in there.
Oh, nice.
Just for you.
Thank you. Oh, hello.
The core was here.
Right.
I moved it.
You got OP here, though.
Yep. And the generator. One generator.
More sentry guns than you can shake your stick at.
Mm-hmm. I also built this room before they put a limit on capacitors.
Right, okay, yeah. And so you were able to actually have loads of capacitors.
Yep.
And then they put the limit in, and they stay there because you beat the limit.
Exactly, man.
Nice.
And then
cheeky.
There's a top floor here.
These doors hate me.
Yeah, it's because you're following me.
Damn it.
It has been slightly annoying, but the security benefits are, they're nice.
Yeah.
So here we've got cargo storage and ammo.
Make your mind up, up or down. So we got ammo, yeah, cargo. A cheeky little hidey hole.
Got your bunks for the whole faction.
Dibs. Oh, yeah.
And the medical room and a tiny little food room.
Oh yeah, with the Akua bushes on it.
Yeah.
Something good. Oh.
It used to have wheat, but then they changed the recipe for, what was it, the cake.
Yep.
Yeah, eggs and stuff.
Do you know what? I just G'd through it.
just GM.
I'm just got in now. I'm done. I'm done with these doors. Static.
Come to the top. I don't blame you. This is the
roof access.
Original landing pad.
Nice.
Which has Lucy's ship that I never got to test on it. The Kestrel Phoenix Raptor Hawk.
Oh yeah, because you couldn't figure out what to call it. Oh yeah, the Tunnel of Doom.
Tunnel of Doom. To the left there is the core room.
Oh yeah, we got a few shutter doors there, haven't we?
Just a few.
Yep. Nice. But as per server rules, it has to be findable. It cannot be buried. It cannot be hidden away, like unfindable. Holy moly, jolly, woly poly. This is a big old hole.
The main hangar.
This is an absolute beast.
Just all underground.
The size of this thing. Hey, look at this! Hey, Magic, if you're watching this video. Nah, 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 nah. We stole your ship.
Yeah, and I repaired the whole thing
Yeah.
and added some more RCSs.
And you made it black and
painted it my
yellow.
colors.
Yeah.
Just to add some insult to injury.
We love your magic. It's all good fun.
Oh, that's their cargo pod up there too.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. So we got some loot from the nomads. This is the NJ2.
NJ3, yeah.
NJ3 SV. I remember this.
I spawned it in just to have a little ferry ship between
Nice.
here and the portal.
It's a good looking little boat, that. Reavers.
Obviously. Tanks.
Best ship in the fleet.
Got a
Also, the
test wafer over here parked on the wall.
Oh yeah. That is an SV that we can park on the wall. And I mean, I'd probably walk past that. I wouldn't even notice it was there. And here we go. This is the
little cargo hauler we stole from the nomads.
But what we're about to go into now is the whole reason, I think, or one of the reasons why we were so goddamn successful in our military campaign on this server. Take us through
the
it.
ammo foundry. So we have 3 furnaces in here and 3 constructors. Each constructor is dedicated to a certain type of ammo. And then got your excess ingots in here. So these just pump out ammo like it's nobody's business. Every ship we have up there was armed from this place, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, these furnaces is where I've been smelting all the gold we stole from the nomads.
And all the gold that we, mined legitimately. Well,
Of course, because we did plenty of that.
We did actually do a lot of that.
And then through here we have the corn and fiber for days, for
days and days.
NC powder and plastic. And needless to say, after digging this place out, I didn't need any more crushed stone ever again.
Yep. Which is allow you to build that enormous landing pad at the front.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a hell of a lot of digging, a hell of a lot of building. And there's a damn fine and impressive facility, sir. And like I said, this ammo foundry was what enabled us to just arm so exceptionally well and just throw ships at, anyone. And everyone.
It would have a ship armed in like minutes. It was crazy.
Yeah. What did you call this one?
I renamed this one to the Love Removal.
The Love Removal Machine.
Yeah, I pretty much want the song theme on all my ships.
Yeah. This thing is maddening. Absolutely maddening. I mean, I struggle to think of the sort of overall shape of a CV before I, get to work actually building it. I think of a rough shape, or I have a picture of something I want to try and recreate generally. I don't know how this formed itself in your mind when you built it. Was it bit by bit, or did you just have an overall picture and just go with it?
No, the overall picture looked completely different. That was the darkened horizon, but it was too big, and this just kind of formed from chopping that thing into pieces.
Yeah, that was right. So yeah, because you said it started off a lot bigger, and you had to bring it down, didn't you? So
yeah.
And you'd land this on a planet?
Yeah.
You landed it next to the moon.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah, actually, I didn't say anything, but I actually did take out a couple of your turrets.
Oh dear. Nice.
Took out my turrets.
I seem to
Why
have
would you
lost
do that?
connection to the server. Loose, your ship broke the server again.
I can still see you flying around.
It's still breaking the server. Okay, so that is the Love Removal Machine. Don't ask. It's Lucy. That's all you need to know. This thing is absolutely insane, but hella impressive. I'm not going to go inside because Lucy.
The inside's actually more impressive.
What? Where? How? When?
Do you see where I'm standing in the skull on the skull?
Yeah, I see you. I'm about to stand right in front of you now. Hang on. Hello.
All right. This is actually the emergency quick bridge. This is just when you want to jump in here and move it someplace real quick.
Okay.
Has its own little hangar in the back.
This is the quick bridge?
Yes, because it's access right through the back here, through this little teeny hangar.
Hang on, I lost you. Because I went off trying to find the way in. So I'm at the cockpit again, and then you go up the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then through this, and then there's a fuel tank. Oh, okay, right. That's the quick access bridge, everyone.
Yes. And this is the heart of the ship.
Oh, wow, yeah. So you have to go on a 4-mile hike to get to this, but, you know, we're here now.
And this ship is better because it has 3 artificial intelligences.
Oh my goodness.
There are 3 Barbaras, and none of them are happy to see me right now. Right, okay.
And then each one of these leads to like this one's the production room. That goes up and there's all the chests with the ores and everything.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then the next room over is a 2-level garden.
Yep. I think if I had built this, I wouldn't have a clue where I put anything. I wouldn't even know how to get into it. Where did I put the entrance again? I struggle with the Pioneer sometimes. I get lost in that. Incredible, dude.
Thank you.
But anyway, I think we're going to have to end this episode here. It has gone on far too long. But this is farewell, I think, for this season of Empyrion on the Wolves Epic Survival server. It's all change for Alpha 8, so the whole server setup is changing, and I'll be sure to bring an update on that when that becomes a thing. This server is going to get wiped very soon, and testing will begin on Alpha 8 setup, but I won't be bringing anything until it's actually live. So there might be a little bit of shortage on Empyrion videos for a little while we wait for Alpha 8. But I wanted to just bring this episode to you guys just to show off what we had achieved for the Alpha 7 series, which is pretty epic. And also, in other news as well, an Alpha 8 Static will be he'll be leading. Be leading the faction. And then he'll be leaving because we'll all mutiny and kick him out because he sucks.
I am the captain now.
Yes. So I'm going to take a step back and let someone else lead the faction and, you know, enjoy that role.
In true gracious fashion
Exactly.
of the Great Spanj.
Well, I figure, you know, I led you guys to victory here, so, you know, leave on a high.
That's true.
I wouldn't want to go in as leader on Alpha 8 and then get our butts kicked, and you will blame me, and, you know, I'd be like, well, we won at Alpha 7, so it must be the leadership.
No pressure then, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Get out while you're famous.
There you go. Exactly. Anyway.
Started a winning tradition, Spanj, you bastard.
Exactly. That's the bar. There you go. You will be judged. Alright, anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.